Hi everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Banshee, with my Material Matter segment, your weekly keys to success in business, education, and finance, according to the tarot. Hope everybody has had a great week last week. I know it was I don't think everybody had a good reading from me materially. So I hope you're able to overcome that. And it's a new week dawning, and let's see what the future holds for our financial life. So we usually start with a card for the collective. We'll be doing that again with my success oracles. I'll show that in just a minute. So right here, these success oracles, which is kind of how it's educating me and some of our corporate leaders that I really knew little about. So I find it interesting. There may actually be kernels of advice for us all in there as well. I just realized I'm going to need my little guidebook with it, which I'll get after I pull the card. Right. Thud. All right, well, we can just move that out of the way, and I'll get my booklet out at the same time. Good old bookshelves. What's this? Indra Nui. I hope I have said that right. And there she is. And so it says, the customer is always right, especially when hungry. Baked chips feed blue chips. Never sugarcoat a need for change. Well, let's see what that's about here. Right. Oh, I went right to, nope, I didn't go right to the page. There it is. Okay, she was born in India in 1955. With high fructose corn syrup losing flavor among younger consumers, Pepsi Company's CEO, Indra Nooyi, 2006 to 2018, drilled the millennial sweet tooth to the root of new dietary trends. Eureka! Hummus and coconut water. A proponent of corporate agility, Nooyi added healthy products to Pepsi's portfolio, a decision met by skepticism and iffy initial results, but which ultimately contributed to an 80% sales increase for Pepsi Company. Wow. For help digesting those numbers, try PepsiCo's sparkling probiotic drink. Nooyi further shaped company commitments to sustainability and diversity, recognizing doing good as a business. She now serves as on Amazon's board of directors. So very interesting. So, there is this trend, there's been this trend in recent years of corporate America trying to do some public good or some environmental good, and hey, I'm not opposed to that. I mean, hopefully it's not, some of it seems fairly superficial, but I feel that, anything, relating to the public good in corporate America, hey, I'm not going to look the other way on. All right, everybody. So that's what we have for the collective this week. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to our readings for the week ahead. Now, this reading is for the days May 30th through June 5th. Happy Memorial Day. Blessings to our veterans out there and those who have, departed, during wars and gave their lives for their country. The moon is going from Capricorn Aquarius, on Sunday, to Aries next Saturday. Woohoo! Always like that time, moon in Aries. However, Mercury is retrograde. Let me remind us all. Sigh. All right. Hopefully, we can all survive it. Okay, hey, so this is for our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is for you. Let's hope you're not going against the wind this week in the material world. I'm going to shuffle one more time for you guys. Hey, okay. All right, air signs, your focus card for the week ahead. Woohoo! Always like to see the Fool. I don't know about you air signs, but you know, the Fool brings adventure. The Fool brings excitement. The Fool brings risks and, you know, possibly taking some gambles here. And, if you trust fate, you take that leap of faith, things tend to turn out well when the Fool pops up upright. So that's a great focus for the week ahead. Take a chance, take a chance on something you never thought you could do. How best you can prepare for that focus in the week ahead? It's the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is reversed. So I kind of feel as though, excuse me, you need to look into what might be upsetting the people you're working with in the material environment. It seems like there might be some people having some issues, there's, oftentimes this card indicates kind of family and fears, like, dealing with the family life, your personal life. But I feel this is in the workplace, or with business partners and associates. Let's make sure everybody is happy with what's going on here. I mean, if you want to take a risk and you want to go out on a limb, you got to make sure everybody you're working with is on board. Don't just surprise them with this maneuver. Build up for them, build it up to them, make them feel like this is the right thing to do and that you're all in this together, and that ultimately, if you're all on the same page, things will work out. All right, so will people be cooperative or not this week? Well, you know what? We have the Sun here. So I tend to think you'll be able to overcome any issues people may be having, with this risk or gamble that you want to take. I feel that people more likely will see the light, literally with the Sun there. They will see that, that success, this could be really successful. This could bring results. So I think they're going to be pretty much on board, maybe after a little bit of rough edges in the beginning. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you air signs? Well, guess what? You have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands indicates that there is movement, and there is positive movement in business, maybe more so just in business rather than out money, financial affairs. But whatever you're putting in place probably will pay off later. It's very positive moves forward, I think, indicated by this Knight of Wands, in that last position. So let's take a look at it again for you air signs. So you're starting off with the Fool upright, and the Fool upright is indicating this is you're going to be focusing on taking a risk or gamble of some sort, taking a leap of faith, maybe doing something you never thought possible, and thinking, maybe you're uncertain about it. Maybe you're not sure, but you also know that, if you never try, you'll never know. So you're willing to take that risk. The question is, can you get others on board with you? There might be a little bit of difficulty. People might be kind of shocked or maybe taken by surprise by this maneuver that you want to do. So try to explain it. Just make sure you let them know it's in their best interests and go for it. Because ultimately, with the Sun here, I think that people will be on board with you. They will realize that this could mean some real profits or some future success. They're seeing the light. They're seeing that this could be very, very positive all the way around. And so ultimately with that Knight of Wands upright, it looks as though you are making moves forward, with your business affairs, all full steam ahead. And actually, I think what that Knight of Wands is telling you, air signs, is just go for it. Go for that risk, move forward on it. That's what I have for you guys for the week ahead. Good luck with that. Well, hello, fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is for us. Let's see if it's going to be getting hot for you guys next week. Actually, we're having a cooling down period here in our state, temperature-wise. But, of course, financially, we want it hot. All right. And one more. Right. Okay, fellow fire signs, let's see what we have for the week ahead. Oh, our focus for the week ahead. Oh dear, I dropped the coin from the toad's mouth. So we have Judgment. Judgment is reversed. Oh man, fire signs. Let me pick up the toad's coin there. So I think that this indicates, that possible prior decisions that you've made may come back to bite you now, or moves that you made, not necessarily decisions, just certain moves or risks or things that you've done. Maybe some things that you might have done that were a little bit shady. They might come back on you. So this is the focus for the week ahead, is maybe how to get things right again karmically, and ensure that you can move more forward in a positive direction. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Well, the Five of Cups is reversed here. So I kind of am looking at this and thinking to myself that maybe this is a time to abandon things that either haven't been working or maybe you just haven't been doing right by, Maybe it's time to let all that go and blaze a new course. Look for new opportunities for success. Look for new places to invest, or look for new ways to manage your business, if things you really haven't been doing on the up and up. So look for something new, some new opportunity or mindset. So this is an interesting thing. What about people this week? Will there be, cooperation or conflict with others? Well, it's kind of interesting here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And I don't know why, but when I'm seeing that with Judgment reversed in the beginning here, I'm kind of thinking that people are looking at things and let's turn this ship around. Let's stop fooling around. Let's not doing things that are a little bit marginal, ethically maybe, or otherwise. And let's try to get on the right side of things. They want to see this ship righted. They want to see fate turning more in your direction. So that's an interesting card in that position, I feel. And will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for fire signs this week? Well, look at that. We have a nice fiery card here, the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is upright. So I get the feeling here with the Three of Wands upright that you are waiting for something to happen or develop. Maybe some things that you're setting in motion this week now, you're just waiting to see if there's going to be a payout here, It's possible, too, the way I'm looking at it with that Judgment reversed card, that also maybe you're kind of waiting for, how do I say this? for like something to fall, something like some fallout? Is there going to be fallout from what you did previously, or are you going to actually be able to get beyond it now and move forward? I'm wondering about that too. So let's go take a look at this. Let's go back and recap from the beginning, fire signs. Now, that Judgment card reversed indicates to me that either some past moves, decisions, judgments that you made, maybe some ethical or things that straddled the ethical line here could come back to haunt you this week. They are a worry. They are a focus of yours this week. Maybe, you're trying to get away with something you shouldn't be. And so basically, it's saying how best you can prepare for this is to maybe really, it's time to go in another direction. Maybe look for a more ethical path. Maybe to look for a better way of doing your business, conducting your business affairs, of treating people, if that's what's going on here. And then also with the Wheel of Fortune in the area of your interactions with others, I think others really want to see you going in the right direction. They want to see, because they realize fate and luck, rides on your karma, so they do want to see everything on the up and up. So it's time to get that ship in order. And ultimately, you see at the very end there may be movement. There's either going to be something coming to you that, it's kind of like that Judgment card reversed. If you have sown something unethical, you may reap not rewards, but the opposite. And so if you turn this around, you might be able to come out ahead. So I think that Three of Wands there is indicating something is up, but which way is it going to go? I think it rests on you, fire signs, and how you conduct yourselves. So that's what I have for you for the week ahead. Be careful. It's time for the refreshing water signs. Can't go ahead, producer.
Thanks for noticing.
Yes, Mr. Water himself. So, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, this is for you. Let's show the financial world you are far from washed up. Did you like that one, Mr. O?
I'm sure I'll have fun with it in the editing room.
There we go. Okay, water. Let's see what's going on here. Your focus card for the week ahead. 6 of Wands. Hey. Well, either you are coming off of some major victory or that's your focus this week. Maybe you get word early in the week that something has come through for you. You've gotten that job you've wanted, or that interview. You've landed that interview. You've gotten recognized in some way for something that you've done, Maybe some dividends have come in because of some smart financial moves. Hey, what about those report cards? It's graduation time. So I think that, there's definitely something positive we're starting with right off the bat, water signs. So how best can you prepare for that? Well, I think the best way you can prepare for that is maybe by making a break from something that's not working for you anymore. I mean, maybe it's time to let something go. Maybe it's time to, branch out on your own. Like if you're in a business with others, maybe it's time for you to be your own boss, There's a lot of thinking that needs to be done here. I feel that this is more, this along with this card, to me, seems like it's more of a preparatory thing. Like this victory that you have is leading you to think of, now I can let something go and I can move on my own, or I can take myself to a higher place. Kind of getting that feeling. We'll go back and look at that more. Well, that's really interesting too, because look here. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Well, there's sorrow or sadness or worries from the people around you, you know. I don't know. Maybe if you're leaving something behind, you know, you're leaving a partnership, you're changing financial advisors, you're moving on your own to be your own boss, you know, the people you're leaving behind are going to feel some worry and sorrow over this. I almost feel it ties into that preparation for the focus card. Like maybe this is going to be a reality, and that the people around you are going to feel some remorse because, you know, they're going to realize what they are losing here. Well, now that I see this card, I might want to take a look at this all together again. So will there be forward or backward movement, or no movement at all? Seems to me there might be some disappointment, some backward movement. There is the Nine of Cups reversed. So I think I'm going to want to look at this in more detail. Nine of Cups reversed is kind of like, no, you know what? Things just don't come through the way you had anticipated. Your goals, you've missed the mark on your goals. Or if you have achieved them, they really didn't turn out the way that you had hoped they would. You know, it's not exactly what you desired. Sometimes, you know, we're trying to move forward, and we think we're moving in the right directions for ourselves, but ultimately when we get to where we thought we needed to be, we realize it's not what we needed after all, or had desired. So let's take a look at this. Let's see if we can make some sense of this, because I have to say this reading's a bit all over the map. That first card kind of throws me off here. So, you know, now I'm wondering if I should just look at this together and say, water signs, that this victory maybe is something that you have achieved lately, this accomplishment. It's not something heading towards you. It's something that's done. And so you are planning on moving on from there. You are planning on moving forward. And, you know, you may be leaving some people behind in the process. And, you know, there's a lot of disappointments and worries and sorrows over the situation, you know, amongst the people you have been working with. And ultimately, you know, maybe the whole thing after you've done it just has not brought you the results that you had hoped to achieve. So you really ought to think this out a little bit. You know, maybe this victory you had, maybe you should take it in more and not make any sudden moves, you know. Maybe you should not take this route. Maybe this is a cautionary tale for you, to water signs, to maybe think a little bit more about what you're leaving behind, how it's going to affect you as well as others, you know. Maybe ultimately it will not be a successful move for you. So be a little bit careful this week, okay? I'm feeling a lot of mixed energy here and rather unsettling. I would say to kind of lay low this week if you can. You know, and any victory you have, don't let it get to your head. Don't let it make you think you have to make a move now. Let it sit with you a while, okay? That's what I have for you. Good luck with that. And earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This is for you. Let's hope the only thing flowing for you this week is not lava out of a volcano, but money. I know, I get more ridiculous every time, don't I?
It was a labored metaphor.
A labored metaphor indeed. Oh, well, I try. Or am I trying? Okay, one more for you guys. Ooh, so earth signs. Look at that very earthy card you've got. Your focus is the Nine of Pentacles upright. And aren't you sitting pretty, you know? You're just looking at everything that you have accumulated, all your vast wealth or not. I mean, but what you have in life that makes you feel comfortable and secure. And you know, you feel like you're really not, you know, that things could be worse. You're not in a bad place right now. You have a lot, you've come far, and you kind of feel that way right now. So how best can you prepare for that focus? Hey, by working yourself in a frenzy, apparently. That's the Eight of Wands, so bright. So I think what it's saying is, how best can you prepare for, I don't know, enjoying your wealth, and that is like, maybe by, you know, maybe by trying to apply your energy more towards, you know, what you have accumulated, maybe by securing it more, maybe by putting your energy into, how can I make sure that I remain this comfortable, you know? Maybe this isn't, at least with this focus, it's not so much about moving ahead, but it's about maintaining where you are right now. So, you know, in business, you know, right now with the COVID thing and everything, kind of trying to get back to normal. Maybe it's about, you know, at least maintaining the level you are at now and, you know, slowly moving forward, you know, but also making sure that in case there are any downturns in the future, that you are well prepared for that. People this week. Well, look at that. The Emperor. It looks to me like you might be chatting a lot with mentors or superiors, or you know, people with more status or authority or knowledge than you have, to guide your decision making process, you know. And maybe this is in regards to maintaining this stability. Maybe you're looking for advice and help. Maybe you're looking for somebody to help you steer your business, you know, to bring it more stability and stuff. Maybe it's possible there'll be some mergers going on between two companies, so that, you know, so that both of you can sustain, you know, this economic environment better. So will there be forward or backward movement, or no movement at all for the earth signs? Well, we got a kind of earthy card here, but it's not the way I like to see it. It is the Empress. The Empress is reversed. And let me just say here that with the Empress reversed, it seems as though, I'm not going to say there's a backslide here, but I do feel by week's end you're going to be kind of sputtering a little bit here. Maybe a little bit of self-doubt. Maybe it's just a little bit of, you know, you need a little bit more me time. Maybe you just need to unwind by week's end. I don't see anything seriously wrong happening here, other than I think you've lost your steam and your creative edge a little bit by week's end. So let's go over this again. I can maybe give you a little bit more concrete advice on this, but really, this looks pretty good, Earth signs, I'd say overall, because you're in a good position right now. You're fairly stable. You feel comfortable. You feel secure. That second card there is just saying maybe you need to apply more energy into maintaining that security, that level of comfort that you have, whatever it takes to do that. And I think part of what it's going to take to do that is talking to some people with more knowledge and authority, maybe even having somebody come in and you know, do an audit or do something to look at your processes and systems, or your bank, you know, your statements, and make sure, you know, there aren't any particular moves or maneuvers that you need to make. And ultimately, by week's end, you know what? You've had enough of that. You know, you just want to kind of unwind, and you're really kind of blocked, you know, from moving anywhere creatively. You're kind of out of ideas. So, you know what? Rest up. Just take it easy and don't make any major moves. And I think what it's basically saying is you really don't have to, because you're in a pretty good place right now. So good luck with that, Earth signs. So I just want to remind everybody that Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges is on every Friday. You know, in the mornings, early, like it's
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock a.m. And I'll get that right someday, unless he changes it again.
Oops. It is 7.
Oops. Excuse me. 7 a.m. And so do check that out and get the skinny on the emotional side of your life, which very often plays into the material side of our lives, you know. And remember our live streams every week, Sundays and Thursdays. And Thursdays, you know what? It's more easy to get a reading Thursday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Join us early and you're bound to get a reading from us for free on our live stream. So, look, everybody, take care. Have a good week ahead. Remember, Mercury's retrograde, which is maybe why a lot of things aren't moving very fast here. Take it easy. Don't get too frustrated. And I'll see you in a week, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.